future fellow weirdo. You're the black sheep of the flock. Come and take a load off. Let's have a little talk. This side of the universe, the wildest place you've been. Welcome to the service at the party pen. Have a good time, laugh and giggle.
Come on in and smile just a little.
We're reading God's unofficial bio today.
The Bible lady's gonna
Lead the way. I got the coffee and the smokes, I got the herb and the chair. Got a seat with your name on it, waiting right there. Searching for the mystery, a better mind to find. Leave that stuffy, judgy world way back behind. We're the outcasts and the rebels, we're the ones that don't fit in. But there's a holy kind of magic in the middle of the sin.
Yeah, the mystery is deep and the coffee's brewing strong in the most offensive church where we all belong. Have a good time.
Laugh and giggle.
Come on in and smile just a little.
We're reading God's unofficial bio today.
The Bible lady's gonna
Lead the way. The mystery of God, what a beautiful find.
a better understanding for a
Black sheep's mind.
Okay. Oh, hold on. Okay. Sorry. I was lost in my own shit for a second. Okay. So, we've got to kind of try to be quiet because Dustin is sleeping in the room right over there. So, we got to kind of try to be quiet, maybe. I don't know if it's going to work out or not, but we are definitely going to attempt to be quiet because I'm good at that. I'm so good at being quiet. No, I'm not. I'm fucking lying. Okay, so here's the thing that happened. I was thinking maybe I could put my little microphone and my setup right here in front of my computer so I could do preaching. Well, you know, my version of anti-preaching. I should have called it that anti-preaching because that's what it is. But anyway, I was trying to do that and yeah, there's no way to do that. But I suppose if I got my shit together, you know, when I did stuff, you know, like get boxes and start packing, maybe I can make room for all this other stuff. You know, like, man, you know what? I just want to get a new house so I can just make the party pen That's what I want to do. I just want to make the party pen. Because if I could make the party pen, then I wouldn't have to fucking figure anything out anymore. God bless America. Make me a party pen. But there's me not being quiet again. But I'm going to be quiet. Because, as a matter of fact, I'm going to put this weed right there. And I'm going to get different weed. Because I got different weed. I'll tell you what it's called. I had this stuff called something diesel a while ago. But this one's called apple tart. I bet it doesn't taste like apple at all. Hey, Chris, welcome. My beautiful butterfly. Where have you been? I know you probably don't want to tell me where you've been. And that's okay, because you don't fucking have to. There is no law that says you have to tell me where you've been. There's no law that says that. Actually, there might be a law that says that. Nikki K demands to know where Chris has been. Because I do demand to know where you've been. Have a good time. Laugh and giggle. Come on in and smile just a little. We're reading God's unofficial bio today. The Bible lady's gonna lead the way. Aw, but I can't see it. That's fucking stupid. See, something is happening. Why won't it just let me do both of them? Fine, fuck it. We'll just do it like this. Well, that's totally gay, also. I'm not enjoying that any. Yeah, this is kind of stupid. We're just gonna do it this way. You know what we will do, though? What does this mean? What is that? Okay, that works. Okay. Okay. I got the lost in the sauce, lost in the woods. Well, I hope it was totally worth it, dude. Even though you're covering up Jimmy Juggalo. No, that's gotta be bad. Uh, what does padding mean? Okay, we'll just do that. That works. Okay. Okay. Now, let's get to reading. And I'm glad you made it out of the woods, by the way. Resize all the things, push all the buttons. That's kind of what I did so I could read these messages. Because then I don't have to go all over the place. Change every setting. You would think that's what I was doing, but believe it or not, it's not what I was doing. I'm trying to see things, but it's not working so well for me to see things. Okay, well, put it right here. Okay. And do you see that sticker right there? Severe the rapper made that for me. I hope I'm doing fine. Man. Okay. But are you staying for the Bible today? Because we're at a good part where I'm going to talk a lot of shit about this woman I never met before. But she's all kinds of stupid. And she deserves me talking shit about her. Because nobody wants to say anything about this lady. Although they say she was non existent. But in Job, there's a city called Sheba. And in one of the other books down the way, there's also a city called Sheba. And they are merchant cities. It's a merchant city. So it's somewhere by the water. No, that's a fisherman city. Merchant city is uh, 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 where all the stuff is, where you can buy all the stuff. Like, hey, let's go to Sheba and we'll buy this expensive lamp. Shit like that. Yeah, let's hear the words. All right. Are you prepared? You're like, I'm like, Biatch, shut up and read the story. And I'm like, listen, motherfucker, I'm going to read the story. Okay, here we go. Okay. Yes, things like that would be sold there. Like, we got some horse food and some donkey food. We've good time. But here we go. I'm going to read this and tell you what it says. Okay. Now, when the Queen of Sheba heard the fame of Solomon, now remember, Solomon is really smart and really wise and could give people advice, really good advice that they should follow because he's Solomon. He built the first ever stage and had the first ever TED Talk. It was called Solomon Talk. Okay, so she heard of Solomon's fame and she came to Jewland to test Solomon with hard questions. Okay, these questions are like, how could I get away from the bandits that are coming to take my city, take it from me, take my country from me? Um, they're going to kill me and stuff. So, do you have any advice for me? That's my thought anyway. Having a very great retinue kept camels that bore spices, gold in abundance, precious stones. And when she came to Solomon, she spoke with him all that was in her heart. So she plundered her own country and gave it to Solomon so that these bandits couldn't get it. In my mind, that's what's happening right here. She heard about Solomon and she plundered her country and took it to him to hide from whoever was taking over her country, who eventually named it something else and it became a what is that word called? A fantasy, or not real, not a real place. I think it was a real place. Well, I know it was a real place because it's mentioned more than once in this book. So it is definitely a real place. And this woman was definitely a real woman. I mean, not like, oh, that's a real woman. No, like it was a real lady. This bitch existed. And she plundered her own country and gave it to Solomon to protect her from something. That's why she came to him. She's like, I need a hero. And Solomon's like, I could be your hero. Something like that. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But it does seem like as many times as I've read this story, and it's been many times, that is the same scene that plays out in my head every single time. From the first time I read this to right now, this really seems like a woman in danger. She plundered her country and took it to someone she knew could protect her. Because ain't nobody fucking with Solomon. Something like that. Okay, having. So Solomon answered all her questions. There was nothing so difficult for Solomon that he could not explain it to her. And when the Queen of Sheba had seen the wisdom of Solomon, the house that he had built, the food, the seating of his servants, the service of his waiters and their apparel, his cupbearers and their apparel, his entryway by which he went up to the house of the Lord. So there was no more spirit in her. Oh, yeah. But we didn't even read the story of Samson. Samson was that's a crazy fucking story, also. But bitches are bad news, man. Bitches are bad news. Then she said to the king, "It was a true report which I heard in my own land about your words and your wisdom. However, I did not believe them until I came and saw it with my own eyes. And indeed, the half of the greatness of your wisdom was not told to me. You exceed the fame of which I heard. Happy, happy are your men, and happy are these your servants who stand continually before me or before you and hear your wisdom. Blessed be your God who delighted in you, setting you on his throne to be king. Because your God has loved these terrible ass people to establish them forever. Therefore, he made you king over them to do justice and righteousness." And she gave the king 120 talents of gold, spices in abundance, precious stones. There has never been as much given to, hold on, in abundance. And there, there were, there never were any spices such as those the Queen of Sheba gave to Solomon. What is that stuff called in Doom? It's like the special spice or whatever. That's some Queen of Sheba shit right there. Isn't it just called Spice and Doom? Like that's the shit they want, spice. Yeah. Also, the servants of Hiram and Solomon brought from Ophir algum wood, precious stones, and the king made walkways of the algum wood for God's house and his own house. Also, harps, stringed instruments for singers, and there was none such as these seen before in the land of Judah. So Solomon made as many, the spice melange. Yeah, I knew it was called something like that. I don't know. Um, okay. So I guess Solomon gave Judah instruments also, but David didn't give them instruments. That's crazy. But I guess when all your shit's in Israel, you would only really care about Israel. God's house is in Judah, so now you have to do it for the Judeans also. See, that's fucking stupid. It lets you see the future and even bend space and time, but it messes you up in weird ways. Well, that's what the Queen of Sheba was giving Solomon. I can't prove that, and I'm mostly just fucking around. I'm surprised nobody is talking on my build today. My friend, or not Brooke, Beckles, my friend Beckles, she was supposed to come today on a live stream, but she didn't. I should message her. I should text her my live stream. Like, come see me, asshole. I don't know. But fuck it. All my anti-preaching is for you today, Chris. It's almost bedtime. Okay. She gave him. Okay. And so the Pirates of Solomon, or the Navy, they brought all sorts of shit. And the king made walkways for his house and God's house, and then a bunch of instruments for Judah. Now, King Solomon gave to the Queen of Sheba all she desired. So he hid her from the people. Whatever she asked, hold on, whatever she asked, much more than she had brought to the king. So she turned and went to her own country, her and her servants. Negative. That's not what happened, because it would still be a place if that's what happened. There's something in there. Like, there's something in there. There's something not right about that. Because why would she bring him all that stuff? Why would she plunder her country just to go back empty handed with just some words and shit? Now, supposedly, in that Ethiopian Bible, Solomon forcible sexy times the Queen of Sheba. And that is not even close to what I'm reading, like inferring in the story. No. She robbed her own country and Solomon hid her. She did not go back. There's no way, or it would still be a real place, right? Well, I stream at 10 o'clock every night. Well, right around 10 o'clock every night to read this great ass book. Now, damn it, tell me what you think about the Queen Sheba. Hey, General Piggy. I can almost read what that says. Hold on one second. Hey, it's it's stuck in my head too. It's like the Bible lady's gonna lead the way. Have a good time, laugh and giggle. Come on in and smile little. Yo, I've been singing it for fucking days. Like, a lot of fucking days, man. Hey, what's up? What's up, Robert Drucker? How are you? Will you tell me what you think of this Queen of Sheba shit? Look, I'm telling you, she plundered her own country and Solomon hid her. Because it says she brought him things in abundance, innumerable, right? That means she plundered her own country for all that she could, took it to Solomon to protect her, and she took her people with, like her servants and people with her, and to so Solomon could hide them. So I don't know. Mm. Damn it! Somebody has to have an opinion. See, this sucks because I'm not even a preacher. I'm an anti-preacher. And people should be listening to these stories so they can expand their thinking minds, their their spiritual mind, something like that. You got to be open to interpret the Bible. You gotta not listen to what other people say. You gotta think about it in your own terms. And I guess because I'm ghetto, I just think of everything in ghetto terms, criminal terms. I don't know. But here we go. The weight of all she desired. Whatever she asked, much more than she had brought to the king. So she returned and went home. No, that didn't happen. The weight of gold that came to Solomon yearly was 666 talents of gold. Urgh. Man, throw holy water over the Bible. Man, it's devil time. Stupid idiots. Okay. Besides what the traveling merchants and traders brought, and all the kings of Arabia nights, like Arabian days, that's Aladdin. Take off and take flight in the most magical way. Okay, anyway, I'm sorry. Aladdin was stuck in my head. Okay. All the kings of Arabia and the governors of the country brought gold and silver to Solomon. And King Solomon made 200 large shields of hammered gold, 600 shekels went into each one. He made 300 shields of hammered gold. Oh, yeah, this is his wallpaper of golden shields. Yeah. Yeah. It, according to the History Channel, 666 actually spells Nero, who had something to do around that time and he was a bad guy. And Revelations was really nothing other than John licking frogs and talking shit. Like he was just saying the most inventive shit about the people that boiled him alive and left him on an island. Like he was pissed as fuck. And he was talking so much shit. And then people are like, no, he doesn't mean this about us. This is what's gonna happen, even though it clearly means it already happened, but he's not talking shit about us. There ain't no way. But he was talking shit about them. Oh my god. John was so mad when he wrote Revelations. He was mad as fuck. Like, you can just feel the anger in that book. Like, I don't even like reading the New Testament. I don't. That book makes me feel gross. But Revelations, man, you can feel the anger of John right in that book. He was so mad. Oh man, Revelations is a fun story. Oh, I've always been scared of it, except for the when I finally read it, it's like, oh, this guy's so mad. Who are you to have such a chair? With your name on it? It's right back there. It's a chair that says your name. It does. YOURNAME. Your name. I think the important part is the numbering of man and something. Yeah, but it always talks about numbering the people in here. And only one time does God get really pissed about the census. And it was because David took a census when there was no war and there was never about to be a war. But David decided to number the people anyway, even though there was no reason to number the people. And God got really pissed off about that. But the people are always being numbered, but only right before war. They're not supposed to be numbered before that. I think it's something like that. Um, okay. So, right, he made this wallpaper, the wallpaper of shields, for his house in Lebanon. Moreover, the king made a great throne of ivory and overlaid it with gold. I wonder if he got hemorrhoids for that. Was there a throw pillow? Like, this got to be so uncomfortable. This chair, this chair, ivory and gold with no throw pillow. Could you imagine having to sit on that shit? Fuck no. Maybe it's like judgment. Ah, the big guy. I love the big guy. It was, look, when David did that, when he numbered the people without war being involved, God gave him a choice. He gave him three. You can just keep running from your enemies like you did with Saul and Absalom until they catch you. Uh, there was something else. Oh, war will happen and you'll die. Something like that. Or there will be a plague. And David said, let there be a plague because God is wonderful. And then God made a plague and then he felt bad for it. And then he didn't make a plague no more. Um, Hold on, where am I at? Okay. Oh yeah, he made this big ass, stupid, gaudy ass fucking throne. Okay. And then two lions stood beside the armrest. And then he had 12 going down the steps, six on one and six on the other. And Solomon's drinking vessels were gold. Oh my God. Look, he is so gaudy. He is out of control. Like, and he's totally extra. And we learned about him being extra, doing all the damn sacrifices. Right? He's just so fucking extra. And he's like, you know what? Kill me some elephants and build me a chair. And then put gold on top of it. So, like, kill these elephants for no reason. And then build me a chair. Yeah, that's a good idea. We should do that. Okay. So everything was gold. Uh, in the house of the forest of Lebanon, they were pure gold, all the vessels. Not one was silver, for this was accounted as nothing in the days of Solomon. For the king's ships went to Tarshish with the servants of Hiram. Once every 3 years, the merchant ships came, bringing gold, silvery, what? Gold, silver, ivory, apes, and monkeys. So King Solomon surpassed all the kings of the earth in riches and wisdom. And all the kings of the earth brought the no, they sought the presence of Solomon to hear his wisdom, which God had put in his heart. Each man brought a present, articles of silver, gold, garments, armor, spices, horses, and mules at a set rate year by year. Dun, dun, dun. Almost done, I think. So he reigned over all the kings from the river to the land of the Philistines, as far as the border of Egypt. The king made silver as common in Jewland as stones. He made cedar trees as abundant as the sycamores, which are in the lowland. And they brought horses to Solomon from Egypt and all lands. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Now, the rest of the acts of Solomon, they're written in the book of Nathan, the prophecy of Ahijah, the visions of Idudu. Yeah, but what about Chronicles, though? The Kings, because it was definitely in Kings. But okay, Solomon reigned in Jewland over all of these terrible ass people 40 years. Then Solomon rested with his fathers and was buried in the city of David. And Rehoboam, his son, reigned in his place. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, we're at 44 minutes. So, what does everybody think about the story of Solomon? Because it's over. I don't know. What does everybody think about it? So I can smoke this cigarette. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. I want to know why it didn't talk, why it doesn't say you can also find the story of Solomon and Kings, because that's where it is. I never heard of these other books before. Yes, because you learn. Um, damn. And see, I think Chronicles, it doesn't tell. I think Chronicles and Kings tell a lot of the story, but like this book of Nathan or the book of whoever it was called, Dido, uh, Ahijah, which I think Ahijah is a king, or Ahijah is a king, I think, but I don't know. Like even yes. Oh yeah, because Solomon had a lot of bitches, man. He had a lot of them. And eventually, we are going to get to the Songs of Solomon because that is like my favoriteest book ever. Yeah, it really is. Because Solomon is so naughty, and this bitch is so hit. Like, man, she's got hairy titties, a busted ass grill, but at least it's white. She's fat. Her belly button's the size of a saucer. She has purple braids, and Solomon is white as fuck, and he's got dreadlocks. She calls him an alabaster. He's a color of alabaster, and I think that's white. Which I could believe that because his family's from like North Jewland or whatever, Bethlehem. But anyway, anyway, do we want to keep going? Do we want to go to chapter 10? I don't know if it's long or not, I can't tell you. I suppose it's not that long. Oh, it's a whole new story. Hey, Raja, how are you? How are you? I guess we can go a little further. You just got here. Oh, it's 11:11. Pray for Trump. Big guy. Big guy. Listen, we are coming to you today so you can save El Presidente Trumpo. El Trumpo. Haha. Oh man. Help that guy. Save America. Amen. Yeah, it's 11/11. Pray for Trump. Okay, here we go. We're going to go on to chapter 10. This is a whole new story. Okay, this is going to be about Solomon's son. And Raja, I wish you were here for the Queen of Sheba shit, because I bet you would have had something about that. I don't know. I can't prove that though. Yeah. See? Look, I think the Queen of Sheba plundered her country so Solomon would hide her and her people from her land that was about to be taken over and she was about to be killed. So I think she took as much as she could to Solomon to hide her. It's okay. See, that's what. See, I don't think. See, I don't think that's what it was, though. I think she was in danger. Because remember, when nobody gonna fuck with Solomon back then? Like, if she went to Solomon, she brought him all that stuff for a reason. People just didn't bring stuff like that for no reason. They would do like a little bit, like 4 or 5 camels of a bunch of small shit. But she brought him a lot of stuff. Why would she bring him a lot of stuff? And then they say that Sheba never existed, but you can find Sheba mentioned multiple times in this Bible, starting with Job. It's a merchant city, a merchant country, or whatever. And I know, according to the Ethiopian Bible or whatever, I've never read it. I have it though. It just pisses me off. It's a fucking fantasy novel. But anyway, supposedly in that book, it says Solomon forcible sexy timed Sheba. And I don't think that happened either. Literally, I think she wanted to be protected and wasn't nobody gonna mess with Solomon back then. So she went to him. She told him everything. He told her, don't worry about it. But in this book, it's like she went home. It's like, no, she didn't. There's a reason that stuff happened. And it wasn't because, like, Solomon forcible sexy timed her. I don't think that happened. Literally, I think she was scared and she was paying him for protection. But again, I'm reading it with criminal mentality. That's how I've been reading this Bible. Like I've been reading it. like a crime novel. Mm, Like the fucking 10 years I've been doing this, it's like this book is criminal. No, no, no. I'm not saying you said that. I'm saying the Ethiopian Bible says that. She asked Solomon not to have sex with her, but then he forced himself on her. I don't think that happened. Really? Like if I read, are you here for a while? Because I can just read it real quick out loud and then we can talk about it. Because I would love to talk about this shit, especially if you're drunk on wine. I'm drunk on coffee. Also, right. But I don't think it was one of these things though. Really, I think she was trying to protect herself. R- Raja. Never mind. No, because didn't you say, never mind, because I don't, let me go back and see what you said. Oh, yeah, okay, you did say it. Yeah, I can hang for you. They were drunk. Were you in state prison? Because I was in state prison, Pennsylvania state prison. Well, state penitentiary. Yeah, Cambridge Springs. OU2435. I even have the books that I read in prison. Yep, I have them all. I put my prison number in them so I could take them home. Yep. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Let me ask you, what do you like? Do you think the Queen of Sheba, that's a bad way to put that, the, because then, This also could be like she treated Solomon like a diary. She told him everything. And then he told her what to do, and she didn't listen to him and ended up getting plundered anyway and killed anyway. So let's say that did happen. But she went there with all that stuff. Well, technically, she still plundered her country and gave it to Solomon and then went back and was killed. And now the place doesn't exist. I don't know. That could go either way. But then somehow Sheba goes from a country to a merchant city. That's crazy. So she didn't listen to him, got killed, or Solomon hit her. I kept my coffee cup, but somehow it's gone. I don't know. But I kept my coffee cup and that was it. I kept my coffee cup. Yeah, because it wasn't nobody gonna mess with Solomon. What are they gonna do? You're hiding the Queen of Sheba. We're gonna fight you. No, fuck no. When nobody, what nobody gonna mess with Solomon? But I haven't heard a pastor or a preacher really talk about the story, which is like a real problem that I have because people read the Bible verse by verse. They never read it story by story. You get more out of it reading the story. You can actually picture that scenario and be like, okay, well, that seems like what's happening. That seems like what happened. What lesson can we learn from that? Something. Hey, what's up? Yes. Yeah. We're God blessing everybody. Did you pray for Trump at 11:11? Because you should. Wow. Why do I keep thinking your name says Gen Code? It's Encode. Encode, decode. Encode, encode, decode. Yeah. Is that like 101111000001? Open, close, open, 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 close, 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 close. Yes. And I missed my mess so bad. Did you miss my mess also? Cause I missed my mess so bad. And I'm gonna miss it even more when I have to pack it up. Oh, I'm gonna be so devastated. But, but if we move, that means I'll be able to set the party pen up the way it should be set up. And that's going to be so exciting. Maybe we can use a room to set up uh, the party pen. Yeah, it's going to be so fantastic. I can't wait. Okay, so um so what do you think about uh the Queen of Sheba? Solomon doesn't have a temple though. It's like literally God's house, not Solomon's temple. Literally God's house. Oh yeah, no. I love wallowing in my own mess here. Yeah, you. What do you think about the Queen Sheba? Do you think that Solomon gave her advice? She didn't follow it, got herself killed, and now her country doesn't exist. Or Solomon hit her, her country was taken over. Now it doesn't exist, and it's a merchant city in Job, and a merchant city in another place in this Bible. I just can't remember where. And that we blessed bread to eat through the week. Oh, man. Yeah, she did. She treated Solomon like a diary. She told him literally everything, and then he told her literally everything. I'm glad. I'm glad that I look happier because I miss my house. Jesus did speak about her. Yep, the Queen of Sheba came from the south. She will stand up and judge this generation. Yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. You guys see, I'm as happy as a pig in shit in my own mess. I love it, man. I'm so happy. Yeah, because having to keep a place clean is so hard to do. It's like you constantly and I couldn't even smoke in the room. So I was like in and out, in and out, in and out, trying to smoke cigarettes. And it was so depressing. Because then I would keep getting yelled at for smoking weed outside the building. I got yelled at a couple times for that. She's like, girl, I done told you. And then she made me go smoke weed in the rain. She did do that as punishment. Like, you want a place to smoke? Go right out here in the rain. And I said, oh, you're a fucking fool, man. Damn it. Yeah. It was stressful. I had trying to have a good time. Oh, yes, I do. Absolutely. Except for when I lose things. But you can almost guarantee it's sitting right in front of me. Yep. But I'm so glad you guys are here. Okay. So, do we want, well, actually, no, because chapter 10 starts a whole new story that is gonna have to go, like, it's gonna go for a long time. So, we'll just start it tomorrow. Are you in Florida? Because I know Florida, you guys get a lot of snowbirds. Oh, Australia. Damn. There's somebody else that I'm highly acquainted with. Well, I used to be until, well, until for some reason she turned stupid. But I used to know somebody there. Uh, or I meant he, not she. I meant he. But I can't remember his fucking name. But he liked to play the techno music. Oh, yeah, people turn stupid. It's like diseases. Yeah, it's that bioweapon from China. Only some people get affected by it and turns their brain to sludge. But then, well, actually, I can't even say anything because YouTube. I think a lot too. Well, what's happening with me is nothing. Actually, you know what I do gotta do? I gotta take my medicine. I should get some water. Polly wants some water. Think I should untie her for first. Yeah, hold on. That is a Nirvana song, but I don't remember the words to it. Let me clip your dirty wings. Something. Walk a mile. Please myself. Man, I wish I could play that song, but I'm on Facebook and YouTube. I can't play that song. Man, maybe if I play Juggalo music tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know all of Nirvana. Man, that used to be the first group home I was in. Well, actually, it's the only one I've ever been in, but I was in it twice. And once in a day camp. It's where they take you home at night. You go during the day and do all sorts of punishment shit. But then I got locked up there. My mom busted me out of there. Then I got locked up there again. And I met this girl, and she would only listen to Nirvana. So I used to know every Nirvana song by heart. Yeah, it's okay. His wife goes to Epstein Island. So, whatever. She's on them flight logs. Courtney Love. It's not a mistake that guy's dead. And I think that's the only reason that bitch is even famous. Hanging out on Epstein Island. She can't even sing. Have you ever heard a whole song? She is a whack job. And she can't sing, but she hangs out on Epstein Island. It's not a mistake that guy's dead. And it's not a mistake that they're just now coming out with. Yeah, he was definitely murdered. It's not a mistake. He didn't do that to himself. She was famous at the same time as him. I think she was famous before him with the song Celebrity Skin. Something. I have dull hair, dull eyes, dull skin. Yeah. Here. Hi. I don't know how to say your name. Can you give me a short name to call you? Yeah. Yeah, Courtney Love is peeing. Yeah. I know he's dead. Zero or die loser. Aw. Well, I want to be a zero. Yeah, zero. Zero is a hero. Yeah, man, I need a hero. Look, I don't know. Listen, I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening. I gotta be quiet. Oh, shh. I gotta be quiet. I gotta be quiet. Not gonna happen. So, zero. We are, well, I am a Bible reader. I read Das Bible. I have a good time doing it. Do you know anything about the Queen of Sheba? I think I'm going to read this story again tomorrow because it just makes me feel like a crime solver. I'm solving the crime of the Queen of Sheba. Oh, because Dustin's asleep. He has to get up for work at 7 in the morning. And he's in the room right next door. But in my defense, I did say I have to live stream. But I should kind of try to be quiet. Yeah, it's not like at the hotel where I can be loud as shit for no reason. Oh, dude, my daughter is graduating in, what day is it? May 3rd, 4th. She graduates in 5 days. Yeah. The only kid of mine to ever graduate. The other two got GEDs. It took my oldest son, who's about to be 24, 23. He got his on the first try. And my son, about to be 21, got it on his second try. And my daughter, who is 18, is getting her diploma in 5 days. Man, you know, I love hanging out in cars all day. Like, I used to, that was probably the best part of being homeless, car rides. But I don't think I could do it anymore. Because I tried to sit in Dustin's van one time while he was at work. And I couldn't do it. It's like, I can't sit here all day anymore. All right, good night, Chris. The world is a wild place. Oh, listen, there's a classic rock song, Chris. I don't know what it's called, but it's, ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. It's hard to get by on a smile, girl. Yeah, listen to that song. And then think of me who gets by in the world with a smile. Yeah, my handicap. Ooh, man. Do you turn your bus into a bedroom? If I had a bus, I'd turn it into a bedroom. It's Ultimate Warrior. Oh, do you love wrestling? Because I watch wrestling a lot, once a day, and I live stream it because I love wrestling. It's Ultimate Warrior. It's Ultimate Warrior. It's a good time. Shh, I gotta be quiet. Oh, and just so you know, I stole that sticker. Oh man. Oh, sweet. So, when you see me live streaming, I watch Juggalo Championship Wrestling every Thursday at 7 p.m. And I watch wrestling during the day sometimes because I get scared being here by myself. So I live stream. So anytime you see me live streaming during the day, I'm probably watching wrestling or some kind of true crime, something like that. But it's usually live streaming wrestling. What? I can't read that. I don't know what that says. Oh, that's Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yeah. Stole that one too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I could go. I stand. Yeah. But from what I heard, Japan just bought its first um, bit of American oil. So pretty soon, I'm betting we're gonna have to get, or we're gonna be getting gas from ourselves again. Hopefully. But again, pray for Trump every day at 11:11, twice a day. Thank you so much. Zero, you're amazing. Thank you. Oh my god. Yeah, they can fucking keep it for that. Actually, I don't know if they could keep it for that, but if it was mine, they could fucking keep it for that. I'll go find a cheaper one. Or just get you a van. One of those big vans that's kind of like a bus, but it's a big van. Yeah. All right. Good night. I hope to see you again tomorrow for one of my many different streams. But the one here at nighttime is mostly Bible reading though. Like I do talk a lot, but I do share the Bible. But my ones during the day is either music or wrestling. Cause I'm a big ass juggalo. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. Damn it. So, Raja, what are you doing? That's cool that we're getting new people. That's cool. Hopefully that person comes back. Uh, hopefully that person comes back a lot. But I am. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. Okay, here we go. Ow, that hurts my eye. That's weird. Okay, be right back. Need to see. Okay, well, then let me go ahead and let you go. Okay, well, okay. All right, sweetheart. Good night. Sweet dreams. It's time to give the pillows some head and the sheets some ass. Have a postcoital cigarette, smoke a bowl, and then have the sweetest dreams ever. Love you so much. Good night.